You guys, as promised, I said I would jump on here and talk a little bit about, wow, don't mind my mess. Talk a little bit about getting discouraged and, getting into a funk. I think everybody gets into a funk at some point or another. So I want to talk about that today because I'm noticing a trend, and it's not just with our team. I think it's with the company in general. And this usually happens at least once a year, is you get a lot of people who are really discouraged who just want to give up. So I want to talk to you guys about why I think you should not give up. You should not quit, okay? It has nothing to do with me or my pockets and lining them with money. It has everything to do with making sure that you guys feel like you're confident and happy with where your business is going and that you're ready to push. Like I said in December, my goal for 2017 is to make at least half of you, to help you get to Premier, at least half of you, okay? So we need to really, I think, discuss what it means to build a business, what it needs to really push yourself to that point where you are happy and confident with where your business is going, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is tell you about my personal story within Posh. Because if anybody, I mean, my story, you can even look at it as like a lesson because I haven't always done the right thing and I haven't always done what I should do, what is stereotypically the right thing to do within this sort of a business. So, and I tend to work against the norm because for me it works. However, there's going to be things that I do that don't work for all of you. So you take my story with a grain of salt and just say, if it applies to you, awesome. If it doesn't apply, if the things that I've done that I'm going to talk to you about don't apply to you or don't work for you, it's okay. Chuck it. It's okay. I'm not going to be offended if you don't utilize the ideas. So first I'm going to tell you my story. I signed up with Posh in December 2014. Okay. I didn't have anyone sign up under me until like that following spring, which it was like right toward the end of my props. Yeah. When I signed up, the very first thing I did the day I got my kit, actually, let me backtrack a little bit. Prior to Posh, I was a Mary Kay rep. And I have nothing against Mary Kay as a company, but the people I dealt with locally, and the person who was kind of in charge of our little group, really made it hard to be successful. She was very competitive. She was like, get out of my area. I don't want anything to do with you. Like, oh, thanks for signing up and making me money. Now you can't have customers in where I live because they're all mine and I've been here longer. So, which is why with you guys, I take like a totally different approach. So I had signed up for a Christmas vendor event the first weekend in December that year. And I knew I didn't want to be with Mary Kay anymore, but I had a ton of stuff because this was also somebody who kept telling me, buy a ton of inventory, buy a ton of inventory. You always want to have stuff in stock for people to buy. Okay. So technically I had actually quit doing Mary Kay like months before this event, but I had already committed, before I quit, and I thought, well, I should just go ahead and do it. So on December 2nd, Tasha Robbins, who is my sponsor, messaged me on Facebook, or wait, she had posted to our local classifieds group just like a really quick thing about Perfectly Posh, and our community Facebook group has certain days where you can post like opportunity posts for your company if you're in direct sales and things like that. So she had posted this to me. I had had a Posh experience before that, about a year before that, because a girl I knew was selling it, but she had since quit. So I had no experience with those products really beyond like a hand lotion. And it was it the year before that? Yeah, it was like right around the year before that. It was pretty soon after, it was like late 2013, early 2014, something like that. Anyway, so I had, that was really the only experience with Posh that I even had. So I was like, well, I really like these products. And I asked her a million questions. I was like, hey, do I have to do home parties? And she was like, no, you don't have to do home parties. I was like, awesome, because I hate doing them. Um, she was like, I said, can I like talk to people on Facebook? Do they care if I use social media to advertise or promote my business? And she said, no, it's totally okay, totally acceptable. You know, there's some guidelines, whatever, but for the most part, it's okay. And I'm like, yes, okay, awesome. Because that's something I really needed at the time. I really needed to like uh try to I needed to try to work more online because at the time my life was not in a way where home parties were even a possibility, and I hated them anyway. So anyway, so that was on December 2nd, and I had put in the order for my kit. And I was hoping, hoping that my kit would arrive by the time this event was going to happen. Because even though I said I was going to be a Mary Kay consultant at this event, I figured if my Posh kit shows up, I'm going to do that instead. And I was sharing a booth with a friend who like made homemade crafts, like gift type crafts. So, you know, we were splitting the booth down the middle, basically. So, that's kind of how it started. Now, when I showed up for this event and I had brought my Mary Kay stuff, I showed up like right when they opened the doors to set up. And both me and my friend showed up that early because I was going to help her set up her stuff too. I didn't need long to set up anything of mine. And like I said, it was all Mary Kay stuff. I still had inventory and I wanted to get rid of it. So I was walking around and this woman who was supposed to be like helping me uh apparently had contacted the event organizers and got them to give her the Mary Kay booth and cut me out of it completely. So I had paid money for a booth that I wasn't even going to get to use because that company has a policy that no two consultants can work the same event, like for the same thing. So it was like, are you kidding me? And I went to the event organizer and I was like, hey, I signed up like in September for this event. And it says right on there that I'm going to do Mary Kay, and yet you let somebody else, well, she's she gives us money and she helps us out, and I don't care. So I went home so mad, so mad. I went home, I checked my front step, and my Posh kit was there. I threw that thing in my car, I turned right around, and I hauled butt back to that event. Here's something funny, or at least something I think is a little ironic about the whole thing. So she's got people constantly going to her booth, right? The whole event. It was like started on an afternoon and then went all day the next day on a Saturday. And I had zero inventory. I literally had nothing to sell. Nothing. I had my starter kit. That was it. Okay. And I had my largest number of like sales ever, be it an event, be it a party, be it just me kicking butt and calling people, talking to people. I had the most sales in one afternoon on that Friday. Okay. You can literally do an event with nothing but your kit or just a bunch of stuff to show. That's all I had. And all I knew about the company at that point was whatever my sponsor had sent me and the couple of days of academy training that I had done before that event was set to take place, which was like 3 or 4 days after I signed up. It was like 4 days after I signed up. I'm not even kidding you. Okay. So I thought, oh my God, I'm actually going to be able to do this and I'm going to be like rolling in it, you know? No. After the Christmas season, everything died off and I started to panic. What did I do? Why did I do this? Oh my God, I made a mistake. As it turns out, I didn't make a mistake because a couple months later, I just kept working it. I literally just kept working it. And I just kept pushing. And it got to a couple months in, I hit my 15-day. I missed my 30-day and my 60-day. Okay. I didn't hit those academy, or I did the trainings, but I didn't hit the sales and recruits goals because, like I said, it just really slowed down at that point. But what people don't tend to tell you is things do actually slow down like that until right about like the end of tax season when people are getting their tax returns. So don't panic. Don't panic. March and April are 2 months when things will pick up. So, and I panicked. I freaked out until it got close to my 90-day, and I just had this huge Facebook event literally on the fly. I didn't plan it. I didn't plan what I was going to say. I had no idea what I was going to do. I just threw some stuff up there, some information, didn't link to my website. I was like, if you want something, let me know. I want to help you, let's pamper you. And that was all I did. I got one person to sign up out of that. Yes, pretty sure it's Ronnie. Pretty sure Ronnie, who is still a part of our team, by the way. Hi, Ronnie. Was my first. And yeah, and if I remember right, she came to that party, and then we got to talking about Posh, and then she did inevitably become a consultant as a result of that. So, but yeah, I mean, it was like right before my 90-day, you guys. I was just like the kid Kevin McAllister in Home Alone, So, and I hadn't even I hit pink at that point, and then a year later, a year later, took me a year to hit pink plus 1. A whole year, you guys. A whole year. It was so aggravating. It wasn't even it was not that I wasn't devoting enough time, quote unquote, as people like to say, you don't devote enough time to it. That's a crock. I think that's not even accurate. It doesn't even matter how much time you devote to your business. You could devote 10 minutes a day. You could devote an hour or two a week. And as long as you focus and you do things that are going to make you money and you do things that are going to help build your business, that's really all that matters. So then it took another year to get to pink plus 2. So, yep. So this year in December is actually going to be my 3rd year with Posh. And it's crazy, you guys. Now, see, last year I hit pink plus 1 and pink plus 2. I double ranked within, I think, I don't know, I'll have to look. But basically, it's like this. It's been really slow. That's sort of the point to all this. My business has built super slow, but it's okay. Okay? It's really okay. Here's why it's really, really okay. Despite the fact that I didn't hit pink until spring-ish 2015, and I hit pink plus 1 and pink plus 2 last year, 2016, in the spring. Um, it's kind of been worth the it's been worth it to not assume that because I'm not already a premier or I'm not already like making $1 million a year, it's okay. It's not like a crisis. And the biggest thing is anything that you do in life is worth having if it's hard. If it's not easy, it's worth it. And I know that sounds, what do they call that? A platitude? It's not a platitude. It's real. Um, Example, when I started my business, I lived in low income housing. I was renting an apartment. I had horrible neighbors and I hated it. My goal was to be moved out of there and not into another rental, but into a place that I actually owned. The house I live in now that we bought this house in April or May of 2015. That's when we were able to actually move in. And it wasn't a lot of money. It's a mobile home, so it's not like they're worth $300,000, you know. It's not like it cost me $300K to buy this house. It's a mobile home, but I own it. And that to me was all that mattered. I wanted to live in a place that I possessed, a home that we actually owned. Okay? All the house payments came out of my husband's paychecks. And that left almost no money at all to get by on. Every week when I got paid from Posh, that was our groceries, that was our gas, that was anything else the kids needed. That it literally covered everything. It was a gas bill, power bill, internet bill, because I worked from home, so I needed the internet. It was everything. It basically covered everything that house payment every month would have covered. So yeah, working this sort of business is hard. It's not easy. My husband actually read an article last night that to me about that it can take up to 6 years. 6 years for your business to have, and that's any business, to have stable income. For your business to be at a point where it is stable income. There's no worry of, you know, where that money is going to come from week to week. 6 years. At the end of this year, that'll be my 3rd anniversary with Posh. So I'm not even halfway there yet. But we have 34 people on our team. A year ago, we didn't even have half that many. Okay? Every single month for the past four months, you guys, we have been this close to Pink Plus 3. And for us as a group, that opens up a lot of opportunities as far as trainings go. That opens up a lot of opportunities as far as you know, information and things I can get from the company to help you. It affords me the ability to offer better incentives, or actually offer an incentive, or it enables me to get things to give to you guys. It enables us as a team to be recognized with a group of teams that's not very big. And that's something that I really think is important for us at this stage, is we're all growing. We have a new Pink Plus 1 team. We're like this close to a new Pink Plus 2 team. We are, a lot of you are already pink. A lot of you are in your first 90 days and you're kicking it. You know, this team is growing. And I look back on the last year and go, what the frack? This is insane. This last year has been nuts. And I'm happy with the fact that I didn't blow up and have 25 recruits and make $10,000 in my first 90 days because I wouldn't have known what to do. I wouldn't have known how to teach. I wouldn't have known how to talk to you guys. I wouldn't have known what worked for my business, let alone tell you what to do with yours. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have known what to say to a new recruit who comes to me and says, "Hey, Jen, things are going crazy and I'm losing it right now and I have nothing coming in and I'm wondering if this is a giant waste of my money." I would not have known what to say. So the fact that I personally, my business built really slowly has been the biggest advantage to having this business to begin with. Okay, so if your business is building slow, if you haven't had a lot of income, Posh, people buying stuff, a lot of recruits or a lot of parties, if people are booking with you and they are not following your hostess coaching, that is a whole nother party, or that's a whole nother video, but I'm going to warn you right now, they're wasting your time. You're not going to, you really, you want to, that I will get into that in another video, but trust me when I tell you, you do not want people to waste your time. You need to stop letting people waste your time, okay? Your time is extremely valuable. That is your most valuable asset in this business. 2 reasons. Reason number 1, okay? Reason number 1. Your Posh business is built on income-producing activities like parties, like booking, like sales calls, like having people sign up under you and sponsoring new consultants, okay? It's built on that. It's built on your personal self-confidence and your personal belief in your business and your ability to do this. And third, it's built on your time. Your time is extremely valuable. Don't let people waste it. So I lost track of where I was at. It's too early and I haven't had enough coffee. So, okay. So what you need to do at this stage, if you are feeling discouraged, I want you to do 2 things for me. The first thing is remove things from your work time that are a waste of time. It is not a waste of time for me to get on here on Facebook Live and talk to you guys. It is a huge, huge waste of time for me to get on my phone and dink around for an hour watching YouTube videos and stuff like that every day. It's more efficient for my time to watch YouTube videos once a week in relation to my business when it is time for me to be working. It is a huge waste of your time to do stuff that is not going to produce income for you. So basically the first thing you need to do is think about what those things are that you have going on that are wasting your time while you should be doing Posh. And I'm serious when I say, even if you only spend a few hours on it a week or an hour or 2 on it a week, that time is your time for your business. And honestly, you can't go up if you don't use it, right? And if you need tips and help on how to better do that, let me know. So there is that. Also, you got to quit talking to yourself like you're failing. Hold on a second. Chewy! Knock it off. Sorry, my dog is a whiner because I'm not giving her attention. Dang it, sorry. I lost my train of thought. Such a distraction. See? Distractions. That's a distraction. When you get into a funk, you always end up talking down to yourself. I suck at this. I can't do this. Nobody wants this. Nobody will help me. Nobody will do this, that, or the other thing to help make my business better. Nobody is going to do anything to help you make your business better but you. That's real talk. Real talk. Get the heck out of your warm market, please. You do not have to post to your friends on Facebook. They hate it. Don't do it. Seriously, if you're doing it now, stop. You want to move into markets where people may have a relationship with you, but they don't have a personal friend and family relationship with you. Those are going to be the customers that stick around. Your friends and family are great to start bringing in new leads and meeting new people. Once you've got that, you don't have to advertise or market to your warm market because they are your friends and family. They know what you do for a living. They know you love it. And if they want it, they're going to order it. But you want to start moving into more of the leads that you get from those people. When you're, let's say your sister hosts a party for you and she says to you, oh my God, this is amazing. So she tells all her friends, oh my God, this is amazing. My sister is awesome. I know because my sister took her 2 years, but she finally tried Posh. And guess what? She's obsessed now. So she tells all her friends, oh my God, I love this. Then what do? Her friends start contacting you. Or when she says, oh my God, so my friend commented on my post when I said I love that, why don't you message her? That's a lead. That's somebody that you can talk to. Okay? So get your butt out of that warm market as quickly as you can. You move on to people who are friends of friends, family of your friends, friends of your family, people who know who you are and who like you, but don't necessarily have a personal relationship with you. Okay? That's the first one. Stop talking down to yourself. You are awesome. Sometimes this business takes a long time to build. The businesses that are hard, the things that are hard to do in life are never, 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 never easy. Childbirth is not easy. Marriage is not easy. Going to college is not easy. Having your own business is not easy. This is not an easy job. But this is the kind of job that is so worth doing, especially in our current economic climate. Business owners are more successful now than 10 years ago. And I'm not just talking direct sales, I'm talking all business owners. Business owners are more successful now than they were 10 years ago. 10 years ago, our economy was crud. So a lot of people decided, you know what, I'm going to get out of the JOB, or I lost my job and I'm going to work for myself. And now doing that is so much easier than it was then. You can really, really, really make a life for yourself by being self-employed, but it is not easy. Hi, I'm doing a live video, so you're fine. Go on. You gotta walk behind me. This is my daughter. She's finally getting up at 10:30. Okay, so remember how I talked about, like taking things that waste your time and don't do them when you're working. I work enough hours that it could actually qualify as a regular 9 to 5 job. I work from 8 to 4 Monday through Friday, and then I work a couple hours on Saturday, and that's just for my Posh business. My kids, you just saw one of them walk by me, they take care of the housework. They're on spring break, so she is the one who really does a lot of the housework that I would normally do if they were in school, but she's totally helping mom by taking care of it. So that's what I mean. I delegated to my 15-year-old daughter to take care of some housework, and she does. That's so I can work. So anyway, so I guess what I'm trying to get down to with this is, if you are in a funk, when you get into a funk, you talk yourself into the funk. I have bipolar disorder. I have really bad social anxiety. It's hard for me to even get on Facebook Live and talk to you guys because I feel like everybody's going to judge me. But I do it. I get up every morning. I jump on my computer. I jump on my phone and I work. I hate calling customers. It scares the crap out of me. Scares the crap out of me. But I have to do it because it's my job. It is my job to Facebook message people. It's my job to answer your questions. It's my job to take criticism, even though it terrifies me. But I have to get up every day and do it. So funk or no funk, I have to do it. It's my job. So what I guess I'm saying to you guys is it's really easy to talk yourself into a funk, but you don't have to let that funk stop you. You don't have to talk to yourself negatively and believe everything that you say to yourself. We are our own worst critics, okay? I am my worst critic. I constantly judge myself. I have to stop. So I'm asking you guys to please stop judging how your business is going, what your business is doing, or its success based on somebody else's results. Your business is going to build as fast as it's going to build, and it's just not something that you can criticize yourself for. For me, it's been really slow, but it's been more and more and more steady every year. And some of you are going to have just boom within the first like 90 days. That is awesome. If your business is going to build like that, heck yeah. Just remember, you have to get your business to steady. You might have this big boom and then it fizzles out. Don't get discouraged. When you have that big boom, take advantage of it and try to make it so that all of that is going to level out and be steady, and then start working toward increase. Okay? All right. So I'm 31 minutes into this video and I probably rambled your ears off long enough. I just hope some of the stuff I said to you makes sense. And like I said in that other post, if you guys need anything, if you just want to vent to somebody, I'm the person to call. I totally don't mind listening to you vent. I totally don't mind helping you, and I totally don't mind giving you a kick square in the butt if you need to get moving, okay? If you need a kick in the butt, I'm a good person to ask. I'm good at it. I have a 15-year-old. I'm an expert. Okay? I love you guys. It's the end of the month. We are this close to Pink Plus 3. Oh my God. There are a couple of you who are this close to Pink Plus 2, and we had a new Pink Plus 1 team yesterday. That's awesome. So if you need anything, feel free to let me know. If you want to just vent about stuff, please call me. Just don't let yourself get discouraged, okay? I'm not going to be able to fix your problems, but I can help give you the tools to fix them yourself. Okay? I love you. Bye.